Hello guys and gals, and welcome. So we finally got the last rune word announced by Kano. And so we are going to be doing another rune word video. So hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Rune Words. That's right. Today we're going to be looking at two distinctly different rune words that are apparently the same rune word, kind of the same way that you can make a phoenix shield or a phoenix weapon. This is apparently a rune word called Hustle. The first part of the rune word is if you were to make it in a armor. I believe this is the armor. Yes, this is the armor. It is Shael co-eld, and it comes in at level 39 because of the co-rune, of course. It has 50% faster run walk on it, 20% increased attack speed, 20% faster recovery, 10 to dexterity, and 50% slower stamina drain. Now, it has no defense bonus on it, which is kind of unfortunate. And I think that this is definitely one of the more lackluster of the two. However, I will say that the 20% increased attack speed, along with the 20% faster recovery, would make a very good item for a mercenary, because not only do you want your mercenary to attack fast, you also want him to not get stuck in faster recovery loops. And him being able to run around faster is not exactly a bad thing either, because he's going to get between targets quicker. Now, the 50% slower stamina drain kind of sucks. You know, it's whatever. And the plus 10 dex is actually pretty nice because that does give you a pretty decent amount of attack rating. A lot of people underestimate dexterity, but it's 5 attack rating per dexterity point. So you're looking at 50 attack rating right there. And technically you also get 1% off weapon ED per point of dexterity if you're a ranged character. So again, you're looking at about 10% enhanced damage as well on ranged characters. It really makes for an interesting choice for, say, like a ranged character, an early mercenary, a couple different choices here. I mean, it's not the best piece of equipment ever, and I think it could use a little bit of a tweak. I'm not really sure why they decided to go with the no defense thing. I guess just simply because, because you're running so fast. 50% faster run walk, though, is a lot of run walk at level 39 and could potentially replace your boots. And off the top of my head, you know, one pair of boots that's very powerful around that level is Goblin Toes, because of the nice crushing blow. But you generally have no run walk if you use Goblin Toes, and so you're slow as a tank. But having 50% run walk on the armor would definitely go a long way to offsetting that. The other part of the rune word is the ability to make a weapon. Now, the weapon is definitely the better of the two. And this is the weapon right here. It's called Hustle, and it has the same recipe, Shael co-eld, but it has a very nice effect of 5% chance to cast level 9 burst of speed on striking. Level 9 burst of speed is a pretty good level of burst of speed, and if you put that item on a character, you'll get a pretty decent amount of time out of it, of 216 seconds, which is, I believe, is over 3 minutes, right? 216 divided by 60. So, yeah, 3.6 minutes, which is not bad at all. 5% chance to proc, though, might be a little bit difficult. But quite honestly, burst of speed is much better, in my opinion, than the 50% faster run walk that's on the armor. And there's a reason why. It's because faster run walk has diminishing returns, severe diminishing returns, whereas burst of speed seems to bypass that entirely and just add extra speed directly onto your character. If you've ever used burst of speed in any scenario whatsoever, you'll know what I'm talking about. So at level 9, burst of speed gives you a increased attack speed of 44% and an increased run walk of 51%. So we have a very, very nice fast weapon here. I mean, the weapon itself is giving us 30% increased attack speed, which was the next stat I was going to go over. And burst of speed is giving us 44% increased attack speed for a total of, what is that, 40, 50, 60, 70? So 74% increased attack speed on this weapon. It's definitely going to be one of those things that you can make in a weapon for, you know, a fast attack speed character, like a Holy Freeze Paladin, Holy Fire Paladin, Holy Shock Paladin. Maybe you're a elemental damage and chant sorceress. Like, there's tons of different reasons why you would want to attack fast, and damage wouldn't be your main concern. And having 74% increased attack speed is certainly going to help you out a ton. It also rolls between, I think it's 100 to 150% enhanced damage, and it has 75% enhanced damage to Undead, as well as 52 attack rating. And then, as we discovered earlier, we were talking about it, 10 Dexterity is also 52 attack rating. So technically 100 versus Undead. And then it has 10 Dex, of course, which is going to convert into a myriad of things, whether it be block chance, defense, attack rating, and it's just overall quite useful. He didn't really go over whether or not you could make this in various weapons. He had it made in a dimensional blade, and I did try and figure out whether you could make it in more than just swords, but unfortunately I couldn't get any information on that. So we'll have to figure that out as we go. Now, I do have some mock versions that you can download. That's right. I like to make mock versions. And I have several mock versions, actually, because I figure this is both a low-level item and could potentially be a high-level item, too, considering Burst of Speed is just insanely useful. So I've got quite a few different little doojanks here for you guys. I have it in a phase blade, which is one of the obvious choices, I think, for endgame. You probably would just make it in a phase blade with a negative 30 base, 30% increased attack speed, and then also the 44% increased attack speed from the Burst of Speed ability. I mean, that's one fast weapon. I also have Ethereal Archon, Ethereal Mage Plate, and then I also have the regular Archon and the regular Mage Plate, as well as a Superior Mythical Sword and an Eth Superior Mythical Sword. This is so you can put it on a Mercenary. And then also the Superior Ancient and the Eth Ancient, so that you can play around with it on the Mercenary again. This is the exceptional version, the elite version, obviously. And you'll notice that I also put Burst of Speed charges on here. And the reason why I did that is because when it comes to Burst of Speed, I have tested it before with the % chance to cast on striking, and it hasn't worked. So I didn't want to give you guys an item that you couldn't potentially test, at the very least. So, you could throw Burst of Speed up. So I gave you Burst of Speed on here so you can actually see what Burst of Speed does. Also, as a charge ability, you can literally put it on, and it will appear in your list here, and it will show you what level the Burst of Speed is and how long it lasts and everything. So, like, if I take this Phase Blade and I bring it over to my, I don't know, just North Star Paladin, doesn't really matter, and I throw this Phase Blade on him, you actually see the Burst of Speed in your bar, so you don't have to worry about wondering what level it is, how long it lasts, and what it does.
I can't use this yet.
Of course I can't use this. There we go. So we're going to throw it on this guy, and when you look on your list, you'll see Burst of Speed up here at level 9. So as you can see, level 9 is a 44% increased attack speed, 51% faster run walk with a duration of 216 seconds. And this is going to make you run a lot faster. Don't underestimate the faster run walk on this, because Burst of Speed actually does make you run a lot faster than you would think. The armor, on the other hand, I'm not really too super impressed with. I feel like they need to add something special to it. I'm not really sure why they would go with the Burst of Speed on the weapon, but then not go with the Burst of Speed on the armor. It does seem a little odd to choose one over the other, in my opinion. And maybe it's because they don't understand that faster run walk, specifically the 50% faster run walk that they put on the weapon, or the armor, is not equivalent to the faster run walk that's on the Burst of Speed. If they took the 20% increased attack speed off of the armor, took the faster run walk off of the armor, and added the Burst of Speed to it, that would probably fix it. Because honestly, Burst of Speed is something that I think a lot of people have been interested in for a long time, as a potential like pre-buff, especially with Treachery being so popular. Having the Fade pre-buff, Treachery is an amazing one, and having Burst of Speed as a pre-buff is definitely going to be an option too. And that also leaves us with the option of having another piece of equipment here, which I actually didn't consider when I was making these, is that you would get the lowest tier sword with the lowest possible stats. So, like just a 3-socket whatever that has like no strength and no dex requirement, and you would use that specifically just for pre-buffing. So you'd go out, maybe throw it on your swap, attack a couple times, get your Burst of Speed proc, and then just move on. Having the ability to throw burst of speed on any character is actually pretty huge, because not only does, like I said, gives you that huge run walk bonus, but it also gives you that pretty nice increased attack speed as well, which could be very useful for a myriad of characters that need increased attack speed. Maybe you're a like I said, a Holy Freeze, Holy Fire, Holy Shock Paladin. They could really attack a little bit faster. You're trying to hit that 4-frame Zeal. Maybe you are a Frenzy Barb or a Double Swing Barb, and you're trying to hit that that upper limit. This could be actually really useful from the standpoint of slower weapons as well, because it has a 30% increased attack speed on it, and then a 44% increased attack speed as well. So you're looking at 74% total. And if you throw this on like a rather slow weapon, you're going to be able to speed that rather slow weapon up considerably. You know, if you want to download these and you want to test it, you want to play around with it, I have them here for you. If the proc doesn't work, just feel free to use the charge. The charges are guaranteed. The proc, unfortunately, is not. And like I said, in the past, I have tested the burst of speed proc, and it hasn't worked. So hopefully this is something that they've patched out with Diablo 2 Resurrected Public Test Realm 2.6. And speaking of Public Test Realm 2.6, be sure to join us. I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting patch notes soon, probably like Tuesday or Wednesday. They're going to be dropping patch notes on us, and I'll be doing a video on those. And then whenever they decide that PTR is going to launch, we're going to be obviously diving into PTR and having fun with all this stuff. And don't be too disappointed if you didn't like any of the rune words that they came out with. Like I said, sometimes they hide a rune word, like they did last time. And also, you know, we never know what other changes they're making to 2.6 besides the rune words themselves. This is just the rune word reveal. A lot of you guys are getting so upset and so hot and bothered by potentially, like, the rune words not living up to your expectations, but we still have all of the changes that 2.6 is going to bring to take a look at. I even got a notification earlier that apparently Pez Radar said that the strafe bug, the one that basically has been around for a while, that the 75% damage penalty was still applying to strafe and the attack rating bonus doesn't work. Apparently that's been fixed in 2.6, so look forward to that. I'm hoping there's a bunch of various things that they've fixed, and maybe some new features too. We'll see. Let me know what you think about these new rune words down in the comments, and as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, and keep watching.